Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Friday, July 3rd, 2026. Well, we have reached revolutionary times, and not just because here in the United States we're entering into the July 4th Independence Day weekend, although there are many astrological correspondences right now. Let me explain. The sun today is at 11, moving to 12 degrees of ultra-sensitive, often moody, but generally nurturing water sign Cancer. The moon is moving through the latter degrees of unconventional, often visionary, sometimes just a little strange and weird, air sign of Aquarius. And interestingly enough, that is the exact combination where the planets were on July 4th, 1776. The moon was in Aquarius while the sun was in Leo. But wait, there's more. Today, the moon at 22 degrees of Aquarius makes a direct opposition during the midday period to Venus, a planet of love and affection and general harmony and sweetness in life, sitting at 22 degrees of Leo. That's nice. That's very nice. Although we may not get everything we want, that is nice, sweet energy. 10:27 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 1:27 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 6:27 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The moon goes void, of course, meaning it's not making any other major aspect until it moves into the mystical, magical water sign of Pisces overnight tonight. But in the meantime, the moon does make an awkward inconjunct, the 150-degree adapt, adjust, accommodate angle. It's not a major aspect, but it is one that does affect us to a degree. To Mercury, from 25 degrees of Aquarius to Mercury, which of course is now retrograde, at 25 degrees of Cancer, which basically means our communication skills may need a workout here today as we go into the latter part of the day. 2:58 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 5:58 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 10:58 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. But then comes the major aspect of the day, which is Mars, a planet of energy and often conflict, the ruling planet of Aries, which is why I'm in red here tonight to symbolize this, conjoins Uranus, the planet of sudden change and often chaos, the revolutionary kind of energy, which is the ruling planet of where the moon is in the sign of Aquarius today. Ergo, this is a really tough energy. It's at 4 degrees of Gemini, and it's an anything can happen sort of energy. It's very volatile. It's accident prone. We're seeing a whole lot of headlines today that are very unfortunate. We just heard about, these monks that were mowed down while walking along the road in Thailand by, an 11-year-old mentally challenged driver. We're hearing all kinds of just terrible stories these days, and Mars-Uranus energy is very volatile and explosive. So you want to act very carefully today and watch where your own energy is going. Now, this can also mean breakthroughs, not just breakdowns. It is exact at it's tonight, overnight tonight, 11:08 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:08 a.m. tomorrow morning, Eastern Daylight Time, and 7:08 a.m. tomorrow morning, Greenwich Mean Time. But my point is that we're leading up to it, and the applying energy just before you get to this aspect is the most potent, so take it easy today. This is one of those energies that also was extant in the USA 1776 chart on July 4th, where Mars and Uranus were both in Gemini. So there are some repeating themes here. So the USA solar return chart for July 4th will have this very volatile Mars-Uranus energy in it. Hold on to your butts, as Sam Jackson once said. Overnight tonight, the moon moves into the mystical, magical, often very ethereal and escapist water sign of Pisces, but that's overnight as well. 11:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:30 a.m. tomorrow Eastern Daylight Time, and 7:30 a.m. tomorrow Greenwich Mean Time. So today, all of the energy is in the latter part of Aquarius under this Mars-Uranus conjunction. Uranus, of course, being the ruling planet of Aquarius. Anything can happen today, so easy does it. Because for good or ill, everything could blow up today. And, if you want to blow up in a positive way, that's great, but easy does it because the opposite could happen just as easily. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it at my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy today. Be a little careful, but enjoy today, no matter what.